What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what is moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is up 5.24%, so recovering fairly well. 1050 the low, 1170 the high. No news from the company itself though, so no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing like that. But today's recovery does signal that people see value with SoundHound. And there was another stock that did sell off same time as SoundHound because Nvidia sold out of both of their positions, and that was obviously Serve. So right now, Serve is continuing its downtrend at down 11.7%. So this goes to show that with or without Nvidia buying, which on a side note, they could always buy in the future again, but with or without their investment, SoundHound people see value in. So it is kind of moving based on that. But ultimately, there was a new analyst rating. And so Northland, Michael, who has a 51% success rating, did give a hold $8 price target. And I do believe that was raised from 6. So I think the sell-off that did happen just brought awareness coming from an analyst standpoint. So you never know, there might be a couple more new ratings coming down the pipeline, but nonetheless, seeing $8 is still fairly good, even given where SoundHound is at right now. So let me know your viewpoint on that. As a consensus of all the ratings though, $18.67 is that average, representing a 60% upside. That of course is from H.C. Wainwright and Wedbush. So those are the ones that are kind of bringing it up. So $26 and $22 price targets, but still nonetheless to have a re-rating once again does signal that people see value in SoundHound. But shorts, on the other hand, they have other plans. They are increasing 1.47 million shares. But in all honesty, they are being rather timid. They were increasing roughly around like 3 million shares first thing. So they were kind of the culprit on why it did go down. But since then, they're starting to return, most likely because of that analyst rating. But nonetheless, they're very active today. 29.95% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 98.56 million shares overall are being shorted. So all in all, I think it was anticipated that shorts were going to be fairly active, most likely this whole week, because even in general with that whole news that did come out prior to that, like they were already crazy involved in the day-to-day action. But market's been open just roughly around an hour and a half, so take that into consideration. But 5.59 million in calls, 2.97 in puts, 54% of all the options being done are optimistic in nature. So if you did buy some calls, for instance, on Friday when it was getting hit quite hard, you made some pretty good money so far today, I guess dependent as well on the strike price that you did pick. But aside from that, of the call options that were purchased, or I guess are being purchased right now, you see a recovery to roughly around that $15 range. Bears are anticipating for it to kind of be sub $10. So still a lot more upside is anticipated. And this is actually what I did bring up on my Saturday video or Sunday video. Can't remember which day, but I did state that there was going to be a recovery roughly around that $13 to $15 range, and then potentially from there it's going to be reliant on their upcoming earnings. And in case you do not know, their earnings is slated for the 27th after hours. I'm going to be live streaming that, so make sure you guys subscribe and all the other fun jazz. But with it right now at $11.60, trading between these 2 points, so the pivot and this S1. So $12.44 is going to be that next strong target slash resistance, and then 1032 is going to be that next strong support, which kind of bounced off of that general area for the low today. So let me know your thoughts on that and give yourself a shout out if you did buy. But aside from the recent rating, you can kind of see that it is recovering, bouncing off of that 1109, so that 100-day moving average. So in general, that's kind of a good thing. So it is recovering fairly well. Next point to really watch for is 1344. That is that ALMA, but as of right now, it's still below the 50-day moving average. So still not necessarily the best, but I think SoundHound, like investors do see the true potential of it. So it usually gets bought up, the dips, no different than Friday. So yeah, it's a fun stock to definitely be invested in and to cover, because it is a crazy roller coaster. Nobody ever needs to go to Disney or Universal, because this is more than enough craziness for anyone, in my opinion. But aside from that, one thing I do want to bring up is because of all that craziness that happened, the pullback, it did reset the technicals. So if there's a good piece of news that does come out, then you could see some kind of a push higher as a byproduct of that. So it is rather oversold. So let me know your viewpoint on what's been happening. What's your thoughts on the newest, I guess, analyst rating? And just generally everything that you, what's your thoughts on SoundHound? One final thing though, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all of that, appreciate all of you watching.